Hello, everybody. My name is Robin Da Vinci, and I have a lot of experience in business. I've been around for 40 years plus. Even as a young woman in my teens, I was doing bookkeeping for people. I have been working with high net worth companies and individuals for the last 40 years, and I come from a position of bookkeeping, accounting, management, and overall guide for startups. So I have a lot of experience. So when I talk about budgets and the hidden costs of things, I really do know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you think so too. So today I want to talk about streaming services. I want to personally say that I love them. I love being able to watch my shows without commercial interruption. I do enjoy binging on my favorite shows, but I have noticed something that's come up that I want to make you aware of when you're talking about how much it costs for cable, streaming services, utilities, which is streaming services and cable are part of your utilities in your home, whether it's an apartment or a home. And you need to look at those on a regular basis and see if the cost is creeping up on you and what can you do to lower the cost of streaming services. Now, the best bet is, let's say your favorite show is coming out and it comes out once a week. I will tell you that one of my favorite shows is The Great British Baking Show, and it does come out weekly in the United States on a Friday morning. And if I'm able to be patient and wait, I can wait till all 10 weeks have shown, and then I can go on Netflix and I can watch all 10 shows and binge them over the weekend. But instead, what I do is I watch them as they come up every week because I love the anticipation. I'm on the website for the Great British Baking Show, and every week I watch it. But that means I'm paying for a streaming service for 3 months, when in reality, I could not have Netflix and wait until all 10 shows have shown, and then I can go on Netflix for a month, pay for it, and then watch all the shows and then unsubscribe. Now, I'm saying I watch a lot of stuff on all these streaming services, so I don't do that necessarily, but my husband and I, we really do watch and say, oh, all of your shows are gone until next year. And then we suspend some of them, or I look for new shows so I can keep the streaming service going. So what I'm saying to you is, don't assume that you should have all these streaming services going all at one time when there's nothing on them that you watch. And again, I am a firm believer in streaming services. I really appreciate them. I understand how capitalism works and that they need steady income monthly. So they would like you to subscribe monthly. It will go on their profit and loss as income, and they need that income to keep providing you your streaming services, come up with new content and all those kind of things. But if you're on a tight budget, and you know I'm all about money and conserving money, when you're on a tight budget, you need to look at your cable bill and your streaming services and see if you're indeed using them to their best capability and in your budget. And that means checking out, like if you have a show that only has 4 episodes a year and you want to wait and binge them, then what you do is you wait until they're all done and then you subscribe to the streaming service and you get your shows. That is the more reasonable way to do it. If you don't have limited funds and you like to keep all your streaming services open because you want to see all their new content, and if new shows show up, hey, that's great too. But I'm talking to the people that are on a budget and say, oh my goodness, my streaming services are now adding up to $300 a month. Now, the streaming service is glad to have you, but is that really in your budget? And I'm not going to not tell you about the hidden costs or a way to save money, because let's face it, most people are on a tight budget. Groceries have gone up, gasoline is coming down, but there's housing and utilities and insurance. All those things are happening to you. You need to keep an eye on this specific area. Streaming services, cable, what are you paying to enjoy at home? So then I always address the emotional side of that. Yes, of course, you deserve to have these things at your beck and call. You deserve to have the enjoyment of televisions, because let's say you can't go to Disneyland, or you don't go to movies anymore because it's too much, or you're not attending some concerts because the tickets are too high. And so the streaming services are providing you with entertainment and you're loving it. I'm just saying, enjoy those streaming services, but if you're on a tight budget, look at what they're costing you. Look at how you can more more efficiently watch the shows you love and get the most for your money. That's what I'm talking about. And I mean, that's true everywhere. I just looked up what is the average price per ticket for the Super Bowl, and it's over $10,000. So of course, the majority of us will pay to watch the Super Bowl on our streaming services or cable or network television, because who can afford $10,000 to $36,000 for a ticket? And concert tickets. Yes, I'm that many years old. I saw the Beatles for $6. The tickets are what? To see any groups. They're like minimum $500. So I understand the cost has gone up and I understand all of that. I'm just saying, if you're budget conscious and if you're struggling to make ends meet and you're getting all these streaming services put on your credit card automatically without checking it out, please go check your subscriptions, check the channels that you have for streaming services, and see if your shows that you watch are still there or if they've disappeared or if you're really up to date with what's going on. That's all I'm asking you to do. I love streaming services and I just am asking you to be more careful. So again, my name is Robin DaVinci, and I am a money literacy person. I believe everybody needs to know. And I like to say at any of the coaching I do is, now you can't say you don't know, you're making a choice. So someone made the phrase checkup from the neck up. So when you're having an emotional response to your television streaming services, at least do a checkup from the neck up and make sure that it makes sense and that it's logical what you're choosing. And whoever did invent the phrase checkup from the neck up, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Like and subscribe, and see you soon.